Assalamu alaikum and welcome back once again to Today in African History with Baba Shaka. I'm Baba Shaka and today is February 27, 2021. And it was on this day, February 27th, back in the year 1897, that one of our great ancestors was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Deemed as one of the finest contraltos of her time, Marian Anderson became the first African to perform with the New York Metropolitan Opera in 1955. Singer Marian Anderson displayed vocal talent as a child, but her family could not afford to pay for formal training, so members of her church congregation raised funds for her to attend a music school for a year, and in 1955 she became the first African singer to perform as a member of the Metropolitan Opera in New York City. Marian was born on February 27th, this date, back in 1897, as I mentioned before, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She was the oldest of three girls, and she was just 6 years old when she became a choir member at Union Baptist Church, where she earned the nickname Baby Contralto. Her father, who was a coal and ice dealer, supported his daughter's musical interest, and when Anderson was 8, he bought her a piano. With the family unable to afford lessons, the prodigious Marian taught herself. At age 12, unfortunately, her father died, leaving her mother to raise her still three young girls. His death, however, did not slow down Marian's musical ambition. She remained deeply committed to her church and its choir and rehearsed all the parts soprano, alto, tenor, and even bass in front of her family until she had perfected them. Anderson's commitment to her music and her range as a singer so impressed the rest of the choir that the church banded together and raised enough money, about $500, which was big money back then, to pay for Anderson to train under Giuseppe Baghetti, a respected voice teacher. Now, over her 2 years of studying with Baghetti, Anderson won a chance to sing at the Louis Stadium in New York after entering a contest organized by the New York Philharmonic Society. Other opportunities soon followed, and in 1928 she performed at Carnegie Hall for the first time and eventually embarked on a tour through Europe thanks to a Julius Rosenwald scholarship. By the late 1930s, Marian Anderson's voice had made her famous on both sides of the Atlantic. In the United States, she was invited by President Franklin D. Roosevelt and his wife Eleanor, who was probably the one who initiated this, to perform at the White House, the first African ever to receive this honor. But despite Anderson's success, not all America was ready to receive her talent. In 1939, her manager tried to set up a performance for her in Washington, D.C.'s Constitution Hall. But the owners of the hall, the Daughters of the American Revolution, informed Anderson and her manager that no dates were available. And that was far from the truth. That was a big outright lie, because the real reason for turning Anderson away lay in the policy put in place by the DAR that committed the hall to being a place strictly for white performance. But when word leaked out to the public about what had happened, an uproar ensued, led in part by First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt, who invited Anderson to perform instead at the Lincoln Memorial on Easter Sunday. So in front of a crowd of more than 75,000 people, Marian Anderson offered up a riveting performance that was broadcast live for millions of radio listeners. As they say, the best revenge is massive success. Over the next several decades of her life, Anderson's stature only grew. In 1961, she performed the national anthem at President John F. Kennedy's inauguration, and 2 years later, Kennedy honored the singer with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Now, after retiring from performing in 1965, Anderson set up a life on a farm in Connecticut, and in 1991, the music world honored her with a Grammy Award for Lifetime Achievement. Her final years were spent in Portland, Oregon, where she moved in with her nephew, and she died there of natural causes on April 8, 1993. But it was on this day, February 27th, back in 1897, that our great ancestor, the contralto Marian Anderson, was born. All right. Once again, I would like to give a special shout out to President Baba Mosi and the sisters and brothers of the Woodson Banneker Jackson Bay Division number 330 UNIA ACL Rehabilitative Committee. That's the Universal Negro Improvement Association, originally founded by the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey and the African Community League, who are helping to promote these daily lessons on their Facebook pages. Because, see, we all have the same goal, and that is to enlighten African people to our glorious past. So, once again, for those of you who have already subscribed, I say it every day, and I cannot say it enough. Thank you for your continued support. For those of you who have not yet subscribed, we urge you to go ahead and do so. Just hit that subscribe button, because we definitely need your support to continue this project for the rest of the year. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we upload one of these videos, which should be every day. And please like and comment, but most important, share, especially with the young amongst us. So until tomorrow, inshallah, this is Baba Shaka with Today in African History. Masalam.